Hello, we can hear you but can't see you.
Okay, great. So let's start. Let's start. I will share my screen and we will begin. Just a moment, guys.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could you please turn on your camera? It's just easier to follow the material that way.
Mm.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, do you see my screen?
We do.
Okay, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, today we will discuss the problem of use, or actually the problem of impact of digital transformation on business models. Okay, we have analyzed the business model canvas during our previous lecture. Today we will discuss how digital tools can improve the quality of business models. Well, here you see just a general slide. You can see that digital transformation actually is organized in two basic directions. First of all, on the left part of the slide, you see the digital revolution. Actually, what is it? It is the emergence of new digital companies, absolutely new and absolutely digital, generated by digital technologies. These companies did not exist before implementation of digital tools, and they could not have existed before implementation of digital tools, as they are based on these tools only. Examples of such companies are, for example, okay, maybe you have some examples, guys.
Well, our usual Uber.
Uber, why not? It is a very good example because before digital revolution, such business model could not have emerged. Obviously, there were a lot of different car rental services like Hertz. Probably have heard about them, but actually, only digitalization, only global connection of all drivers and all potential passengers to internet could lead to Uber in its existing form. Absolutely correct. And we have digitalization of traditional institutions, of traditional companies. Sberbank could be a good example. Sberbank is a traditional bank, as you know, but thanks to an extensive implementation of digital tools, digital technologies like Sberbank Online, for example, thanks to use of organizational tools like switching to an ecosystem, now Sberbank is a digitally transformed traditional institution. Okay, so actually, we have a symbiosis of new business models. Actually, new companies emerged thanks to digital revolution. Traditional institutions adopt digital tools and digital technological and digital organizational tools, and thanks to this, we have expansion and symbiosis of novel business models. What it means? Well, it means symbiosis, guys. It means that traditional institutions adopt new tools, but in the same time, digital companies have to, in most cases, they have to adopt traditional business tools. We have already analyzed this example in case of Tinkoff. Probably remember it when Tinkoff had to implement its own network of ATMs. Okay, let's go. We have already analyzed this during our first first semester lectures, if I'm not mistaken, during the first year of our minor. But I will try to remind you a little bit about it. What is the innovation-based nature of digital business? Actually, there are three key aspects: technology, From this point of view, we have virtualization and smart automation. Virtualization, it means that things turn digital instead of being physical ones. And smart automation, when we replace human workforce by smart robots. We have organizational aspect of digital transformation. What is it? A reconfiguration of interactions, a reconfiguration of value chains. Again, in this case, value chains become different from their traditional analogs. What is it? For example, in case of traditional shops, in case of traditional stores, what do we have? Stores purchase products from their suppliers, like Pятерочка purchases yours from Danone, for example, and after that, Pятерочка simply resells these products to its customers. Well, it's easier to understand this. In case of a reconfiguration of interactions, we may switch to a platform business model. You probably remember it. In this case, we don't have a store which purchases products from its suppliers. We have a platform which helps to match users and suppliers. Ozon actually implements this business model. Probably remember that when Ozon emerged on the market, it was just an online store. A digital form of a traditional store. What it means? When Ozon started its operation, Ozon simply purchased products from its suppliers and was reselling them to its customers. Okay, easy. Now, the situation is pretty different. Some years ago, I guess 4 or 5 years ago, Ozon started switching to a platform business model. Now, while Ozon still has its own product range, it still purchases some products from its suppliers, it's now mainly matching suppliers and customers. So when you go to Ozon site, you will be surprised as you will see that the same product can be offered on the Ozon website by different suppliers and at different prices. So it's up to you to choose from which supplier to purchase your product. So now the value chain of retail business changed dramatically. Instead of simple purchase and resales, online retail companies act as platforms. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
So now Ozon works not only as a reseller but like a platform because he is a reseller but with some options.
Okay, actually, Ozon has Ozon can be described as a hybrid platform. What does it mean? It has a traditional part. So, okay, on the same site, on the same website, on the same Ozon website or Ozon web app, as they prefer, you can see products offered both by Ozon and the products offered by suppliers, by external suppliers. In some cases, you will be served directly by Ozon that purchased these products from its suppliers. In some cases, you will make a deal with an external supplier that you found on Ozon platform. In some cases, it is very difficult to distinguish which products are supplied directly by Ozon or by external suppliers. So Ozon is a hybrid platform. It is neither a pure online retailer, but it is neither a pure it is not a pure platform either, because it combines both business models. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what else? What else? What about products? New products emerge, and they meet in most cases the so-called for you business model. I will explain what it means, guys. For you model, the first U in this model is utility. It means that new products offered by digital companies have an additional utility in addition to their non-digital, in addition to their physical analogs. For example, crowdfunding. Probably remember what it is. In this case, a large crowd of users helps you to find finance for a business project. Well, in case of traditional finance, what we have, you have a bank rate, for example, and you simply got money. That's all. Okay, money is important, but that's all you get from a bank in case of traditional credit. In case of crowdfunding, you have a lot of different things. Actually, when you start your crowdfunding campaign to finance your business project, you got support from this crowd. You can form your community on the basis of this crowd. So this crowd will help you with an advice. This crowd may participate in development of your projects. Such examples do exist, and I have mentioned them during our previous lecture. Well, this crowd will become your future users and so on. Thanks to information from this crowd, you will be able to understand if your product has any prospects on the market. Indeed, when you ask a bank for a credit, okay, this bank evaluates your prospects, but it is a kind of theoretical evaluation. The bank should be sure you will be able to pay this credit back. But again, this bank will evaluate your business plan. In case of crowdfunding, this evaluation is more direct, so to say. You announce your project on a crowdfunding platform. A potential users either support you with their finance if they believe that your project is successful and interesting, and if they are ready to purchase your final product, or they simply refuse to give you their money in case they believe that there are no good prospects for a product. So in this case, you have an immediate feedback, so to say, from your potential customers. If you are supported, you will be successful. If you are not supported, okay, it will be hard to expect that your project will have good prospects on the market. So crowdfunding is at the same time a kind of a marketing tool. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear, ladies and gentlemen?
So, crowdfunding it's not just like a source of funding, but like a system of feedback and a system of testing and a system of development as well.
Absolutely correct. In case of crowdfunding, this is crowdfunding. Your community supports you. And the support does not include only finance. It may include advice, consultants, information support, okay, I don't know, promotion. Because, okay, if you advertise your project on a social media network, okay, members of your crowdfunding community may give you likes, and it will increase your reputation within the social network and so on. And well, your funders, your backers, people who give you money, will purchase your product when it is ready. So it is more than just a source of finance. Okay, it is a source of finance in its basis, but it is more than a source of finance. You get a lot of additional support from your backers. Okay,
Okay.
okay, great. So let's continue. Let's continue. Okay, universalization. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very easy to understand this. In this case, companies try to cover all needs of their customers. What does it mean? Companies become ecosystems. You have analyzed with, okay, as Sberbank, for example, is now an ecosystem which tries to satisfy all requirements of its customers. Not only financial needs, but also travels, deliveries, food, transport, and so on. So, companies are not satisfied by offering their their core professional products, so to say. In case of Sberbank, it would be financial services. Companies go far beyond their traditional specialization. They transform themselves into ecosystems. Isn't it clear, guys? Do you understand?
Yes, it is.
Okay, we have extensively analyzed it during our previous lecture, so it should be it should be not difficult for you to understand this.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I've got a question about the time of appearing of ecosystems. So I believe that companies mm, always wanted to cover all needs of their customers at some stage of their development. So now they just have that technical opportunity to do that, right?
Okay, absolutely correct. Basically, companies have always been interested in, okay, how should I say, getting as much money from customers as possible, and the best way to do so is to offer a broad range of products. But it is extremely difficult for a single company to make such a broad range that would cover all customer needs, because a single company has a limited resources, it has a limited experience in different fields and so on. And now, when we switch to ecosystems, it is much easier because we do not offer actually all products ourselves. We have partners who are members of our ecosystems and who contribute to our general product range by their products. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So let's go. Let's go. Well, ubiquity. Guys, I will translate this term into Russian with Dissolutionist. What does it mean? Actually, it means that companies try to collect as much information as possible about all aspects of their customers' preferences. So, in addition to being universal, in addition to being able to offer a broad range of products, companies also try to collect all information about their customers, which is available on the market, and which can be collected through existing technological tools. It means that companies are interested in getting the full profiles of their customers in order to be able to make target offers, in order to be able to increase the probability of purchase. What does it mean, guys? We can offer when we are a universal company. Let's go back to the previous slide. When we are a universal ecosystem, better than a universal company, we may offer a wide range of products. That's great. But in addition to offering this broad range of products, we should be sure that our customers will purchase it, that will not switch to our competitors. Our competitors may be more proficient, maybe more professional than we. They may be okay. They may have a better reputation than we, and so on. Okay. In this case, companies should be able to make target offers to customers. They should be able to adapt their offers to specific customers' requests. In addition, customers are interested. Sorry. Companies are interested in getting as much money as possible to get as much money as possible from their customers. And okay, they also use algorithmic tools on the basis of the information they collect in order to extract more money from users. For example, they use algorithmic pricing when they understand that customers are in need and they are ready to pay more money than usual. So, companies, I would repeat it, companies collect a lot of information about their customers in order to be able to get more money from them. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, it is. And today, due to some tools for analyzing big data, this I know part is becoming more and more uh, easier to do.
Absolutely correct. Ladies and gentlemen, what we should understand, we are switching from physical consumption to a digital one. Well, let's see. Let's imagine we go to a traditional shop. Okay, we buy a product. I don't know which one. We buy a product. We pay the price at the cashier's desk. That's all. The companies which sold the product to us doesn't know anything about us. Okay, we came and we left. That's all. Well, it is extremely difficult it is extremely difficult to collect information about customers in our traditional physical world. In some cases, loyalty cards may help. In some cases, professional sales staff may help because sales staff may remember customers, and this staff may know preferences of loyal customers. But that's all. In case of digital consumption, the situation is absolutely different. We consume through digital tools of communication. We have to register our personal information, and okay, all communication, all interactions between ourselves and the company can be registered, controlled, and processed. So in this case, it is much easier to gather this information, and obviously, expansion of digital consumption will lead to an expansion of how should I say, of companies' control over consumption, because the amount of data available about customers will only increase, and it will help companies to get more money from customers. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's go. Okay, usability. It is a very important thing, guys. In case of digital products, you should make user of products as seamless as possible. Customers should not, how should I say, they should not spend too much efforts when they use your products. Okay, for example, let's talk about laptops and smartphones. Okay, automatic upgrading. Traditionally, before this digital revolution, when you were interested in upgrading your software, in upgrading your computer, okay, what you
Seamless.
had to do? You had to connect to the website of the supplier of this software, or even better, you had to go to a shop and you had to purchase a new version of this software before internet. Well, it required a lot of money if you had to pay for a new version of this software. It required a lot of efforts because okay, you had to go to an IT store, or you had to find a website to find a corresponding upgrading and so on. Okay, now, as your smartphones and your laptops and your tablets are constantly connected to the web, and they are constantly connected to the supplier's server. Okay, this software is automatically upgraded. You don't have to spend any force about it. Okay, but the problem behind this automatic upgrading is that you do not control your smartphones, you don't control your laptops. They may be automatically upgraded, disconnected, repaired. Okay, beyond your control, and sometimes it may be uncomfortable for you. But basically, if everything is okay, over in this case, this automatic upgrades save your efforts. You don't have to think about how to improve the quality of functioning of your software because it is automatically upgraded by the supplier of the software. Is it clear, guys? Do you understand it?
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it's clear.
Okay, great. Another example would be car sharing. Guys, do you know what car sharing is?
Yes.
What is it? Could you please help us
Uh,
a little bit?
this is an opportunity to share or to rent a car for the short time
Well, and
and pay for this service.
obviously you have to pay for this service. It's quite natural. Guys, car sharing, what is it? You are able to rent a car for a limited period of time, even for a half an hour or even less. So it is very comfortable for you because you use this car just like your personal car. But as you know, car rental services existed long before internet. It's quite normal. Okay, probably you will remember the name of the leader on this market, Hertz company. Okay, but before car sharing and before internet, how you had to rent a car? First, You had to go to the office of this company. Well, it is not very comfortable for you because it requires efforts. You had to spend your time in order to go to this office. Great. Well, you can take the car only from the office of this company. Well, again, it is less comfortable for you. If okay, when you stop using the car you rented, okay, you had to bring it back to the office of this company. Well, it is not comfortable for you either because it requires efforts. Because okay, you are a tourist. Okay, you are a tourist, and the only office of the rental company is in the center of the city. So, when you stop using this car, okay, you leave it in the center of the city, which you live, and you have to go to the airport yourself without this rented car. You have to call a taxi and so on. So it requires additional efforts from you. It is not comfortable. Again, you cannot rent a car for a limited period of time. Okay, so you may have to pay additional money for it. It makes use of this car more expensive for you, and so on, so on, so on. So while traditional car rentals existed long before internet, because cars are a very popular object of rent, okay, this rental was not so comfortable for you in comparison with car sharing. What do you have in case of car sharing? First of all, you don't have to go to the office of this car sharing company. You can simply register via internet. You obviously you have to supply your identity. You have to provide a digital copy of your passport, but you can do it digitally. It's very comfortable. You don't have to spend time to go to the physical office of this company. Well, when you want to take a car, as you probably know, car sharing companies are now using the so-called free float model. It means that you can take the car which is the closest to you in the city, and you can leave it in any place within the city when you finish your travel, when you finish your ride. So it's really very comfortable for you. You find the closest car. Okay, it may be not very close actually, but it will be without any doubt closer than the office of the car sharing company. Okay, you take this car, you go where you want to go, and you leave the car where you stop your ride. And the next user will take this car in this very place. There is no need to go to the office of the car sharing company to take the car or to leave it. And okay, as I have already said, what we have, you can rent a car for a very limited period of time, for some minutes maybe, which is obviously easier and more comfortable for you in comparison with traditional rentals. So in this case, the usability of car sharing is much higher than the usability of traditional car rentals. This is why customers really appreciate it. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
Uh,
Yes, it is.
could you repeat? Could you repeat your last sentence, please?
Okay, car sharing is much more comfortable in comparison with traditional car rentals, and this is why customers appreciate this comfort because it is okay. It is much easier for them to find a car, to register for the service, to pay for it, and to use this car for a limited period of time. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, let's continue. Ladies and gentlemen, what about business models? What about business models which can now exist in the world? Ladies and gentlemen, we can implement digital tools in two fields. Actually, we can develop a digital product, and we can develop we can digital products. It means okay. It is not necessarily a technological product. This product may be used in a new model of interactions between stakeholders. I'll explain a little bit later what it means. And you can create an innovative company. What does it mean? You can use virtual tools, you can use smart automation, and so on. So let's see. The first example of the first cell in this table, when we have an innovative company and a new product. Okay, crowdfunding could be a good example. Okay, instead of bank credits, you use crowdfunding. So crowdfunding is a new product because it is based on a new model of interaction between users. Okay, there is a direct interaction between money suppliers and money users. And these crowdfunding platforms are pretty innovative because they are digital. They exist in the digital space. They have no physical form. So in this case, we have an innovation-based company, a new product, and an innovative company, a company in a digital form. In the same line, we may have innovative companies, but companies that offer traditional products. In this case, we have a quasi-innovative company. Ladies and gentlemen, examples of such companies are actually very, very numerous. The first example would be surprisingly Tinkoff. Tinkoff is praised to be the most innovative company on the Russian digital finance market. Okay, it is not absolutely so, unfortunately. Indeed, it is a digital company from the point of view of organization of its business processes. Tinkoff has no physical offices, it has no physical outlets. All communication between Tinkoff and its customers is organized via website, phone calls, and smartphone apps. It is indeed so. But financial products offered by Tinkoff are absolutely traditional. Traditional credit cards, they are actually absolutely traditional. Okay, these credit cards may exist in a digital form, like virtual cards on your smartphones, but from the technical point of view, they are absolutely traditional. Okay, Tinkoff offers mortgage loans, but these loans are absolutely traditional, and so on. So we have an innovative company, but with a traditional product. And well, sometimes this model is very efficient because in this case we have a product which is understandable for our customers, but we how should I say? But we improve the quality of our mm, how should I say, we increase the level of our efficiency because we exclude the physical form of our assets and we implement digital business processes. Another Another example would be Ozon before it turned into a platform, into a hybrid platform. As I have already said, Ozon started as an internet retailer company. Okay, in this case, it is an internet company, it is an innovative company, but in the same time, it was a retailer that purchased products from its suppliers and resold them to its customers. Okay, in this case, the product is absolutely traditional. So, while the form of Ozon was digital, the type of service was absolutely traditional. Guys, is it clear? Do you understand it?
Yes, we
Okay, let's go to the next line, but surprisingly, we will start from the right by traditional companies. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes companies may remain traditional and they may offer traditional products. What does it mean? Ladies and gentlemen, when everybody thinks that it is good to turn digital, it is not always so. Sometimes being digital will not add anything to our value. It will not create an additional value for our customers, and obviously it will not create additional profits for us. In this case, we may remain a traditional company. Well, what it means? Traditional companies may exist in areas where customers prefer traditional services. Okay, physical restaurants, for example. Okay, yeah, I can hardly imagine a digital shawarma. Well, so when you are too small to turn digital, when your customers prefer traditional products and traditional services. Okay, in this case, it would be not necessary for you to turn into a digital company or to offer any digital products. You simply continue being a traditional company with a traditional product. Guys, is it clear?
yes, but if a
Mhm.
but if a restaurant uh, provides provides its clients with some delivery options.
Okay, why not? It is absolutely possible. In this case, we simply add a new sales channel, but basically, in the core of our business, we remain a traditional company with a traditional product. Okay.
So it won't turn this restaurant into a quasi traditional company.
Okay. No. Okay. It may turn our company into a quasi-innovative company because we use new channels of sales. But well, the impact. How should I say? The core value of our company is traditional. We remain a restaurant with a traditional product. We may add some innovative features, but okay. In most cases, these innovative features will be added not by ourselves, but by a delivery platform, while we ourselves remain a traditional company. In this case, we simply, how should I say, we combine our core business model, traditional company, traditional product, with an additional quasi-innovative business model that is created by our cooperation with this delivery platform. Ladies and gentlemen, again, what I would like to highlight. This classification is a kind of an absolute one. In most cases, companies use hybrid models. They combine these models. Again, let's go back to Ozon. What we have on the one side, the Ozon is a quasi-innovative company. It acts as a retailer, as an online retailer, so it offers traditional products, but via digital business processes. But in the same time, as I have already said, Ozon is being partly switching to a platform. It means that it offers new products. It reconfigures its value chain. So in this case, we can say that Ozon is a kind of a hybrid between an innovation-based company and a quasi-innovative company. The same will be true in case of a restaurant, depending on the presence of these digital delivery tools in the value creation model of this restaurant. If we simply offer a possibility to order via Delivery Club, okay, in this case we will remain a traditional company with a traditional product. Some customers may just order our meals via internet. That's all. The core value is absolutely traditional. But when we create, I don't know, dark kitchen, when we add some additional opportunities for deliveries, okay, in this case, we may be considered as being a hybrid between a traditional company and a quasi-innovative company. Do you understand it?
Now, yes.
Okay, great. Again, I would repeat that this classification is necessary to identify core business models, but within the same companies, these business models can be combined depending on the preferences of customers and the needs of the company. And ladies and gentlemen, probably we have the most interesting thing: traditional company and a new product. In this case, we have a quasi-traditional company, and let's discuss it on the example of credit cards. Ladies and gentlemen, how do normal or traditional credit cards are organized? Okay, a bank issues a credit card to its customer. Okay, this card has a credit limit which customer is able to spend to purchase products. Okay, the bank interacts with the customer only. After that, the customer can go to a store where he or she purchases products. I don't know, food, cars, I don't know, hotel services, anything else. Okay, in this case, the customer interacts with the store only. Okay, the customer pays for the product, and after that, the customer becomes a debtor of this bank. It means that the customer has to pay this credit back to the bank. We have two bilateral relations between a bank and a customer, and between this customer and a store. So that's all. Bank issues credits to the customer pays money to the store, and after that, the customer pays back credit to the bank. Is it clear, guys? Do you understand it?
So it's
Yes.
the way the credit card works, right?
Sorry, could you please repeat?
So it's the scheme of how does the credit card work?
Absolutely correct.
Okay.
Okay, probably you have heard about Halva payment card, which is promoted now in Russia. It is the so-called buy now, pay later card. How is the model is organized in this case? This model is very interesting because it changes the value creation system in the payment industry. Well, the bank issues this payment card to the customer. Ladies and gentlemen, Halva is not the only example. Probably you have heard about Vmesto Денег card issued by Alpha Bank and so on. But okay, what is interesting in this case? These payment cards are issued by traditional banks, but they represent a new product based on the reconfiguration of the value chain. Okay, look, this bank issues the bank which is responsible for Halva payment card issues this card to the customer. Okay, pretty easy. Obviously, there is a limit for payments for this payment card. So technically, it is very similar to a credit card. But after the payment, the situation changes. The customer pays for the product to the store, and that's all. That's all. The customer has obviously look. The customer has to pay this. How should I say? The customer has to pay this credit back to the bank, absolutely. But the customer does not pay any interest. These interests are paid by the store. Again, in case of a traditional credit card, the customer takes a credit from a bank, and the interest is paid by the customer to the bank. In case of the buy now, pay later cards, and Halva is a good example of such cards, the situation is different. The core part of the credit is paid by the customer to the bank, but the interests are paid by the store to the bank. Guys, do you understand this model?
How does it work? So
Yes. How it work?
why does the store um, is willing to pay?
Because banks give them the opportunity for clients to purchase goods. So
Absolutely correct. Brilliant. Thank you very much for your comment. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the core goal of a credit card? Obviously, who is interested in credits? Actually, there are two economic agents who are interested in credits that I offer to customers by banks. First, these are customers. Obviously, they want to get credits in order to buy more products. We want to buy more products, but sometimes we don't have money. It's absolutely clear. But in the same time, stores are also interested in these credits because stores are interested in selling more products. So when banks issue credits to customers, banks do not help only customers. They provide stores with the possibility to with the possibility to sell more products. Guys, is it clear? Do you understand it, ladies and
So
gentlemen?
yes,
Look, just a
and
moment. And in case of traditional credit cards, the customer is considered to be the only beneficiary of this credit. So the customer pays the interest rate to the bank. In case of Halva payment card, the store is considered to be beneficiary of this credit. Thanks to this credit, the store was able to sell more products and to get additional profits. And the store pays a part of these profits to the bank as a kind of commission for the help the bank offered to this store. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
So in that case, the range of stores is limited, uh,
Absolutely correct.
right?
You're absolutely right. Because obviously, stores have to agree to pay this interest. In case of traditional credit card, the customer holds the card. The customer is the only person responsible for payment of interest. Obviously, it is easier for a bank to manage to organize relations with the customer. In case of such payments cards, the situation is absolutely different. The credit is technically issued to the customer, but the price of this credit is paid by the store. So stores have to agree to participate in such programs. Absolutely correct. So it means that there is a pre-selection of stores. Not while traditional credit cards can be accepted everywhere where Visa and MasterCard systems operate. Okay, in case of halva payment cards, stores have to agree to participate in this program. So stores are pre-selected. Stores have to sign an agreement with the bank that issues this card, that stores are ready to pay this commission. So there is a pre-selection of stores. The second problem with that, there are different terms of payment for different stores. While in case of traditional credit card, the terms are the same for all payments, you simply pay the interest rate for the credit, and the bank that doesn't care where you spend your money. In case of halva payment card, the situation is different. There are specific terms for specific stores. And when you use this halva payment card in a store, obviously you have to check the terms that are applied or that are applicable in the case of this store. It may be not so convenient for the customer. And well, in addition, let's go back. What about additional utility, ladies and gentlemen? Probably you remember that in case of digital products, we have to create an additional utility. This utility is created by the fact that Halva payment card is not only a payment tool like a traditional credit card, but it is also a loyalty card. What does it mean? When you have a Halva payment card, most probably you'll prefer to go to stores which accept this card. So there is a network of stores, a community of stores, so to say, that accept this Halva payment card. And okay, this payment card creates customer loyalty towards this community of stores, because in these stores, customers may get better payment terms in comparison with credit cards. Again, in case of credit cards, you pay interests. In case of halva payment card, you pay the normal price of the product without any additional payments to the bank. All commissions will be paid by the store. Ladies and gentlemen, do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes. Now the concept is clear, but one more detail. So you mentioned that different terms of payment for different stores
Mhm.
can be confusing to customers, but in fact,
Obviously, it is a kind of confusion. Absolutely correct.
but
Obviously, it doesn't mean that each store has its own terms. Obviously, but there may be different terms for different types of stores. For example, closed stores, restaurants, hotels. So different categories of stores, different categories of companies may have different terms. Okay, it is less confusing than the situation where each store has its own payment terms, but it is still confusing. We should accept it. Okay?
why is it confusing if all the interests are paid by the store? So the customer,
What does it mean? It means that, for example, if you go to a restaurant, you may pay for your credit during, I don't know, 3 months. If you go to a hotel, you may pay your credit during 6 months. If you purchase a car, you may pay I don't know, during 12 months. And you should always keep in mind how much time you have to pay your credit back in case of different products. So it is not about the price of the credit; it's about the period of payment.
Okay.
Okay, 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 guys. That's all for today. That's all for today. Do you have any additional questions?
No, thank you for interesting lecture.
You're welcome, guys. Thank you very much for being so polite and for having appreciated my lecture. Okay, what I would like to say, ladies and gentlemen, your seminars next week, if I'm not mistaken. So the task for the first seminar is to describe your company and to describe its value proposition according to the business model canvas. So just value proposition. Okay, so just a general description of your company and its value proposition. What is the core idea behind the value of your company? Again, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget that you should not describe simply the idea of your product. You should describe the advantages that customers will get thanks to your product. It may be a quantitative advantage, price and lower price and or lower higher efficiency, or it may be a qualitative advantage, a better customer experience. All lectures are uploaded in LMS and in this channel. You may check it, guys. Okay, actually, I see them uploaded, but you may check it if you prefer. And well, if you have any additional questions, don't hesitate to ask me. We have two seminar. How many seminar teams do we have usually, guys? Two or three? Do you remember?
Two.
Two seminar teams. Okay, so
Two seminars, but three teams. Uh,
Okay, okay. So anyway, all seminars will be carried out by Mr. Bukovsky. So you should contact him for all questions pertaining to seminars. Anyway, as I have already said, the task for the first seminar is a general presentation of your company and the presentation of the value offering of this company. Okay, that's all, guys. If you have no questions in this case, we can stop.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So I saw the first two lectures in Teams, and the current one you will upload it, right?
Obviously.
Okay. Thank you. And to somehow get the topic clear, so we need to make a presentation of our company with some basic description, with the description of customers' advantages, and with value proposition, right?
You should describe this value proposition from the point of view of advantages the customer will get from your company. So you should not simply describe the idea of your product. You should clearly demonstrate what are the core value that will be created for your customer. Okay.
Hmm. Okay. Um, mhm. And infrastructure, it will be the next topic. Or
It will depend. The order of tasks will be defined later.
okay,
So,
thank.
one more question. You have mentioned about the core value. For example, if we are selling the phone and we should show that this phone core value it is the connection, yes, mobile connection with people.
You should,
Is it the same
you should.
work?
Okay, the core value of this phone is obviously connection, communication. But why is this phone better than other phones on the market? You should
Oh,
demonstrate
okay,
that the quality of connection is higher, that probably the customer experience is better. I don't know, okay,
okay,
because okay, it creates additional opportunity for the customers. The price of this phone is lower in comparison with its competitors, and so on. So you should demonstrate you should not only describe your products. You should clearly explain why customers may prefer your products in comparison with other products
okay.
available on the market.
Okay, so in general, we should show the core competences of our company. Yes.
Not exactly. Core competence will be explained later. You should demonstrate again the core value proposition, why your products is better than other products on the market.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
More
Bye
questions?
bye. Thank you.
Okay, guys.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much for participation, and see you in the next module actually, because we will have no lectures this module, and the seminars will be organized by Mr. Bukowski. So I wish you good luck for your seminars. Don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions, and see you in April. See you guys. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
See you. Thank you.